Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. This is Rose with Gadsden Rose, and I have purchases. I know you're saying, like, oh my gosh, is the no buy over? The no buy is officially over. So I got myself some stuff. As you can see, I got stickers, I got some washi, and I have one more set of stickers that's actually coming this Friday. So let's just go ahead, hop on into it. This is my, normally they put the rolls in the box, the rectangle that has the clear top to it. That's how I'm used to mine coming, but these are my vintage that I plan on doing some cool things with for November and March. Maybe some October. I'm not really sure just yet. Definitely November and March. The pale slate blues I might use for winter as well. Not sure. Okay. So I have these right here. And I wanted to get more into coloring. I do have the Sense Mandala that I've been using my acrylic markers with. And I just wanted something with a little bit more. I just wanted to get out of my, I can't even say comfort zone. I just wanted to expand. I'm trying to figure out which medium works best for me when it comes to art. Is it Henny gouache, acrylic markers, regular markers? Okay, and then the next page, or next side, it flips. Is it coloring pencils, watercolor pencils? I'm just trying to figure it out because I need another creative outlet. Decorating my journal pages and my pen pal pages is fun. It's a lot of fun. But there are some days I just do not want to pull all of that out. And I want to do something, you know, rather than doom scroll or read. So that's this one. And it's so pretty. It's so pretty. I have many times said I wish I could just go live in the woods. But yes, I do know I romanticize that because I've lived in partial woods before, but as a child, but that still wasn't cute. Okay, so, and I know that these are flowers, but gosh darn it, if these also don't look like cabbages, you know? And there's so much that could be done with these. I've been watching a lot of women on Instagram and YouTube, how they will use mixed media. Cabbages and roses. That's what I see. I see cabbages and roses. What about you all? What do you all see? Like this one right here definitely is like cabbage. Anyway, so what have you all been up to? I did see that a couple of other people have broken their no buys as well. Hedda is definitely sticking to hers, Cabbage Rose, and I commend her because she gets a lot of stuff. And but I've seen other people, like, I still don't buy pens. The skull pen that I got, the skull and snake pen, that was it for me. You know, I don't need anything else. When it comes to pens, I have my medium nibs, I have my fine nibs, I have the ones with the best grip for pen paling, the ones with the best grip for journaling, and then Sharpie, the sluts. They brought out some, no, not Sharpie. You know what? I take back. No, Sharpie does deserve to be called a slut. But Papermate, they brought out some new colors for their gel pens. Oh, the sluts. The damn sluts. But that's okay. And yes, I did buy them. It's the cotton candy range. And I've been, some of these actually look like duplicates or like zoomed in. Yeah, some of these are zoomed in pictures of the other side. So, which I'm not mad about, because I know some people are like, well, why couldn't they make different pictures? Girl, how many times do some of us sit there and be like, oh my gosh, I don't want to draw this. I don't want to mess it up. Well, you know what? It sounds like they heard, and they're just like, hey, if you don't want to do the whole picture, we'll zoom in and give you pieces of that picture. Okay, so these are the dual brush tips. Okay. And this is my first time cracking them open. Let's see, feels like something's on the back here. Oh, it's just, okay. So it says that it's 24 different color dual, watercolor, odorless, non-toxic. And I'm looking at these colors. I'm not going to swatch them, but these do look like what I've seen. There's this young lady out of India who normally does hemi gouache, but I've actually seen her with these. So I am interested. I'm looking forward, because I don't think I have anything planned for this actual weekend. I'm gonna see if I can get like an art get together. Let's see, are there any? No, there are no test pages in this one. The Mendelum one gave test pages, so but that's fine. Okay, now on to the fun stuff. So this one is this is the 50? Nope, this is the 100 piece sticker set that I got. And I'm sorry for those who are like, oh my gosh, why? Why is it sideways? Well, because I'm sideways. Get over it. I like that. I like that a lot. I actually have this one. So some of these are going to be repeats from what I have from a couple of my other purchases. Of course, the Black Rose. Always got to get that. Spiders. Potion number 9, always. The thing is, I love like the Halloween stuff. Don't get me wrong, I do. But for the people who do spooky like all year long, I need to find those people. I have this one in a different sticker set from last year. Who do spooky all year long. I need to. Oh, my cuticles are horrible. Sorry, y'all. I need to find those people, because there are sometimes like I may want something that's forest themed. Oh, are there duplicates? There are duplicates. All right, so it's only 50 original. The rest are duplicates. Okay. All right, well, I'm not mad at that, because there's always times when I'm just like, oh my gosh. Oh, like I just said, with the people with the art, like they don't want to color or paint. And here I go. There's sometimes see pictures like this. I love these. Oh. And I do have I picked up any new pen pals? I have not picked up any new pen pals, but I did hear back from one. I haven't heard from her in so long. And I'm not going to tell you her business, but let's just say life was lifing for her. And then one of my international pen pals, I finally was able to get my letter to her in a timely manner, and then I was also able to receive her letter. So I will actually be using these today on her response, because she and I just, we just vibe so well together. Like, we really do. For us to be no way, shape, or form related, she and I just vibe so well. So, I love my Poe. I mean, I don't love him, but, you know, I love his works. Okay. So, now we're getting into, like, the apothecary look. Okay. So, that's pretty much it for these. I mean, yeah. Love them, love them, love them. And then, oh right, these are the laptop stickers. Okay. The book. Oh no, that's cute. I don't think I've ever received anything like this. Okay, so these are duplicates as well. Okay. And again, that is fine because a lot of times, like I said, I use a lot of these for my pen pals. And sometimes I want them for myself, and now I get to keep a set for myself. That's awesome. I love. So this is August, and August, of course, is Comic-Con anime manga decoration in my journal. And I'm not showing it because I did not like the way my calendar page turned out. And I totally forgot to do the pre-decorating page because I've been trying to figure out, well, not figure out, I figured it out. I've been trying to use up a lot of my ephemera. And one of the things that I did starting in February of this year was to use themed ephemera as a decoration 2-page spread and write the name of, write the month on that spread, and then to flip over and do the actual calendar with the more detailed decorations. And I forgot to do that for August, which of course is not upsetting, but it just made me realize, like, oh, the only way I would have been able to do that was to actually, once I realized I forgot to do it, the only way I would have been able to do that would be to either tear up a comic book or manga. Not sponsored, but I've been guzzling water all morning. Just need to wet my whistle with something different. Okay, well, that was unnecessary. Okay. Oh, it's 2 separate packs. I take that back. Anyway, so my decorating page, the color for August to me is always like some kind of red and orange. That is, for me, August. And so I used orange to write out August, and then I used red to go back and darken like the shadow. And then, okay, so I got a lot of tickets. Oh no. So these are supposed to be 2 separate. Oh my gosh. Okay, you know what? So they got me. This is basically the same sticker set as over there, with just a few differences. And they're supposed to be 2 separate sellers. Okay, well, you know what? They have a few differences. Like, this is not in the other set. Okay, so they got me. So anyway, for August, Of course, I use the Avatar gang as well as Uncle Iroh. I count them as part of the gang. So a couple of pages are different vignettes of that. And then I have the women of DC. And then I have the men of DC. And then for the men of DC, because I didn't have a bunch of them, I had the Riddler. Aquaman, Green Lantern. Yeah. So I had different ones like that I put together. And then the women of DC, Zatanna, Wonder Woman, of course, Catwoman. I didn't have too many of Harley Quinn. I did have Poison Ivy, which I love Poison Ivy. So I have those. And then I had, and then I did a Star Wars spread. I know you like, Star Wars is not anime, manga, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? They have their own graphic novels, and there are a few like comic-ish entries out there. So yeah, they're getting put in there because I use that as a segue, because the pages after the Star Wars spread, I have a couple of the Avatar gang, and they are dressed like the original trilogy. Well, of course, Appa being Chewbacca and Zuko being the Emperor, which is actually very funny. So I used that, and then I ended with, I don't have a lot of Marvel. In fact, the Marvel that I did have, I used on my calendar page. But I like that. I could actually kind of see this as partially a tattoo. Okay. So I used that, and then the last, I think it was X-Men Evolution. So I had Emma Frost, Iceman, and Rogue. And that is my last page for September. So I normally just full out decorate 20 pages because some months I have something to write about every day. Okay, so are there duplicates in this? I wasn't paying any attention. Some months I have a lot to write. Some months I'm just like, you know what? I'm alive. And that's it. So now for September. Oh, I'm so excited for September because the first part of it is going to be books and garden. And then, of course, once my marker for spooky, well, yeah, it's going to be books and garden. And then on the autumnal equinox, that's when I'm going to switch over to making it more like the garden is going through its phase of, turning yellow, yellowish green. Because, as plants, some leaves die, they turn like a yellowish green. So it's going to go into that. And then spooky season officially starts for me on September 25th. And then I am going to, if I can put these two piles together. And that's what I'm going to do. I am going to show you all that. I may not show you the entire decorate with me, but I am going to show you all that. So I'm actually about to end the video. I'm just going to put these together since I have so many that are duplicates. But yeah, so that's what's going to be September. And then, of course, it's not going to be like heavy, hardcore spooky season because it is September. But once, oh no, that's cute. I'm not keeping all these damn spiders. I am setting those off to the side. I'm going to send those to my spooky sister over in Finland. But yeah, once I get those, once it gets closer to October, or the beginning of October, as I normally do, it's going to be light spooky and then heavy spooky as we get down. And then the first part of November, because normally until November 7th is when I keep the spooky themes going. But once we get past November 7th, then it'll go into full autumnal. It'll be like, it'll still have like pumpkins, but it'll be like pumpkins, hay bales. I know a lot of people do that in October, but depending on where you are in the country, in the United States, a lot of that stuff just keeps going. It doesn't stop. So that's my thought. Anyway, the video is dragging out. I thank you all for staying with me this long while I sorted through this and chit-chatted and rambled and this, that, and the other. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope that everything just goes well for you and that you all take care. Thank you so much. Of course, as always, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe, tell a friend, especially if they like chatty videos where people just meander on about their hobbies and whatever the heck is on their mind at that time. All right, everyone. Y'all have a great day. Take care. Bye.